Have you ever seen 30 engineers fail at something, only for a poor man to succeed in minutes? Today, we bring you a story of humility, intelligence, and the power of experience. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, share this video with your friends, and leave a comment if you believe true wisdom can come from unexpected places. Let's get started. The luxury yacht rested silently at the marina, its polished surface reflecting wealth and pride, yet its heart remained dead. The rich woman who owned it stood nearby, her patience exhausted after days of failure. 30 engineers had already examined the boat, each arriving with confidence and expensive equipment, each leaving with excuses. Some blamed rare parts, others complex systems, but none could bring the engine back to life. With every failed attempt, her frustration deepened, and so did her belief that intelligence was measured only by degrees, titles, and high fees. As the last engineer walked away shaking his head, the woman's anger turned into open mockery. Her eyes fell on a poor man standing at the dock with his young son. The man wore worn clothes, his hands rough from years of hard labor. He did not look important, and that was enough for her to judge him. With a sharp, sarcastic tone, she challenged him, daring him to fix what experts could not. Laughter followed from a few spectators, turning the moment into public humiliation disguised as entertainment. The poor father did not react with anger or shame. He calmly looked at the yacht, then down at his son, who watched silently. Without arguing, he stepped closer to the engine, not to show off, but to understand. He listened carefully, touched the metal, and observed details others had ignored. There was no rush, no dramatic display of knowledge. His movements were slow and confident, shaped by years of solving problems with limited tools and no room for mistakes. While the crowd expected another failure, something different was happening. The man's experience spoke louder than theories. He noticed a small but critical issue hidden from plain sight, a problem too simple for experts searching for complex answers. As he prepared to act, the atmosphere changed. Doubt mixed with curiosity, and silence replaced laughter. No one realized yet that this quiet moment was about to expose the difference between pride-driven knowledge and wisdom born from struggle. The poor father reached into his small tool bag and pulled out a simple wrench, the kind that showed years of use. He tightened a loose connection deep within the engine, then cleaned a thin layer of oil blocking proper contact. His hands moved with certainty, not guesswork. When he stepped back, he quietly asked the rich woman to start the engine. Say hesitated, her confidence shaken, then turned the key. In an instant, the engine roared to life, strong and steady, breaking the heavy silence that had filled the dock. Shock spread across the faces of everyone watching. The same people who had laughed moments earlier now stood frozen, unable to believe what they had just witnessed. The rich woman felt her chest tighten as pride gave way to disbelief. 30 engineers had failed, yet this poor man had succeeded in minutes. She demanded to know how he had done it, her voice no longer mocking but confused and humbled. The man answered calmly, explaining that when you cannot afford new parts, you learn to truly understand how things work. He spoke of years spent fixing broken machines with almost nothing, of listening more than talking, and of respecting even the smallest details. The problem, he said, was never complicated, only ignored. His words carried no bitterness, only truth. The woman listened in silence, realizing how quickly she had judged him by his appearance. In that moment, she saw the cost of her arrogance and the value of humility. Overcome with embarrassment and gratitude, the woman paid him far more than she had paid any of the engineers. More importantly, she apologized sincerely, not only for doubting his ability but for mocking him in front of others. The man accepted with grace, placing a gentle hand on his son's shoulder. Without boasting or celebration, he prepared to leave, his lesson already delivered. As the father and son walked away along the dock, the crowd watched with newfound respect. The yacht floated proudly once more, but the real transformation had taken place within the people who witnessed the moment. Intelligence, they learned, is not defined by wealth or status, but by experience, patience, and humility. The impossible had been done, and the truth had been revealed through quiet wisdom.